Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë. I was born plain, poor, powerless, but within me there was something no one could see, a fire, a defiant voice that said, I am not less because I am small. They tried to silence me in the Red Room, a place for punishment, for spirits, for fear. But even there, my thoughts did not belong to them. My aunt called me wicked, the world called me invisible. But I knew, even then, that I was not made to be tamed. I resisted all the way, I said. A wild boy might have been coaxed into obedience, but not I. They called it rebellion. I called it self-respect. At Lowood, hunger and frost bit us daily. I was told to be silent, to be still. But still, I read, I listened, I dreamed. I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. When I arrived at Thornfield, I was a woman of little means, a governess, a servant in fine clothing, but I carried myself like a soul with worth. And there I met him, Mr. Rochester, rough, restless, dark-eyed, a man stitched with secrets. He saw through me, and I, through him. He asked questions no one dared to ask. He listened as if my thoughts had value. He said I startled him. I said he challenged me. We sparred like equals. We sat by firelight, and our silences spoke. Do you think me handsome? He asked. No, sir, I replied, and I meant it kindly. And then he asked me to marry him, and I said yes. He told me, my bride is here, because my equal is here, and my likeness. But the night before the wedding, the truth came out. He had a wife, locked away in the attic, Madam Forgotten, still living. My heart cracked, but it did not collapse. I left, with nothing, not a ring, not a coin, only my dignity. I walked into the wind and let it strip me bare, because I would rather be alone than compromised. Laws and principles are not for the times when there is no temptation. They are for such moments as this. They say I nearly died, but what nearly died was only my body. My spirit endured. I found work, I found kindness, and when offered marriage without love, I refused, because love is not something I bargain. I would rather walk penniless in snow than be kept in gold without respect. Months passed, then one night I heard him. His voice, not in the air, but in my bones, calling me, Jane, Jane, Jane. I returned to Thornfield. It was ash and ruin, and him, blinded, burned, alone. He had lost everything but his truth, and I had returned, not as a girl seeking approval, but as a woman who chose. He asked, am I hideous, Jane? And I said, you are my dear master. I am come back to you. I loved him still, not for what he had, but for who he was. And this time, we began again, equal. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë, a story of quiet rebellion and enduring self-worth, and how, sometimes, love is not possession, but the echo of a soul who sees you and stays. I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. Charlotte Brontë.